So this video is for anybody that's thinking long-term, brought to you by the DUGG Mindset. So let's jump into it. This is how I set my long-term goals. I actually changed this up a little bit. I added some things because last year I only hit 80% of my goals. I'm really going for 100% this year. So I added a couple things just to make it a little bit more painful. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Think big and think long-term. When I think long-term, I'm thinking 15, 20 years out. So I'm thinking big, I'm thinking about all the things that I want to do in my life. Then I break it down. So after I think big, I break my 20-year goal down, I break it into 5-year sections. So I got 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I break my 5 years down to 1-year sections. So I got my 1, 2, 3, etc. And I break my 1 year that I'm on down to a quarter section. So I check it every quarter to make sure I'm on track, and then I also break that down into weekly my 1-year goal. I have a sheet that I check every week to make sure I'm on track, and just to remind me what I want. It's just the same sheet of paper every single week. I just look at it. So that's what I do. I break it down. Now, what can set me back? Well, 20 years into the future, a lot of things can set us back, but for me, health is a big one. So I want to make sure I watch my health, make sure I go to the doctors, get all the visits and stuff, because that's one of the big things that could set me back is my health. And education, I want to make sure I stay up to date, read books and stuff like that. Obviously technology, if I don't stay up with technology, then that can get way advanced, and then that could set me back as well. So write down a list of setbacks that you could possibly set you back. What do I need to overcome? So some things that I would need to overcome. For me, personally, I'm really, really good at numbers, really good at analyzing, really good at data. But when it comes to spelling, I kind of switch up the letters, so that's one thing that I could overcome. What do I need to improve? I just kind of said, I can improve on some skills and some other stuff like that. These ones kind of go hand in hand, and some of this can be more personal on a personal level, spiritual level, things that maybe you need to get to a certain shape or something. If you're going to run a marathon, might be something you need to overcome, maybe a past injury. So background it. So my goals, my 20-year goal, my 10-year goal, I should say, because I plan on actually doing this in 10 years. So my big 10-year goal is I've got everything drawn out on a piece of paper or actual poster board. It's got everything I want. It's just like a big giant goal. And what that does is it gives me a visual. It allows me to actually see my goal it allows me to visualize my goal and where I can be at if I do everything I want to. And then I have background, worst life. So I really didn't have a good thing for an anti-goal. But if I were to fail my goals, what would be the worst thing? So on your background, it could be a big house, a nice car. It could be just you sitting around the table with the family. Everybody's there. It could be anything that you want your future life to look like. But I also have this worst life one. So this is going to be me maybe working at I'm working on this right now, actually going to make a background and a poster board next to my goal board, but as a poster board. And when I get that done, I'm going to get them both printed off and I'll show you guys. But my worst life. So it could be me, maybe messing around with cleaning out a toilet or something because the kids set something in there and getting nasty water or something in my mouth. I mean, just a very bad visual of a background of something that I absolutely would not want to do. Another one could be, sitting on the couch while my kids are outside playing and I'm just sitting on the couch watching TV. That would be one of my worst life. I wouldn't want to do that. I want to make sure that I'm in shape so I can hang out with my kids. And then I want to make my failure painful. So what I mean by that is if I don't hit my goal, I want to make it painful. Maybe donating money that I had for a vacation, just donating it opposed to going on my vacation, that would be painful. And then I want to reward my success. I want to reward my goals. So if I hit my goal, then opposed to donating the money for the vacation, I would get to go on the vacation. So this is one of the things that I do to really, that I'm really going to try to go. This is the one that I added the most to, is I'm going to come up with a really good background. Not exactly sure. I'm brainstorming that right now. But I think this will keep you motivated, as this is just going to, once you visualize a goal, once you visualize it, you get to that point to where you've lived it. So it kind of gets a little bit of dopamine. So then you actually get demotivated to actually hit your goal. So I think this one this year, if I wake up and I see what my life would look like in 20 years if I don't hit my goals, I think that will motivate me a little bit more to hit my goals and be more on the 100%. So I hope you guys benefited from this. If you did, pass it along because that's how this is going to grow. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.